Previously on the Canadian Rally Championship. With their dramatic win at Rally Baie des Chaleurs, Subaru Rally Team Canada was finally within striking distance of Team Swap Shop for the championship lead at Rally des Filles.
I want to win. I mean, that's our objective. That's the standard we set for ourselves.
But Antoine Lestage wouldn't make things easy for Richard, going for a record 5th win.
I think that if we don't have a problem, it should be enough for the win.
While Carré and Henderson duked it out to see who would carry Team Swap Shop's torch to the podium.
We were 1 second slower than Bruno on the first pass. We got him 4 seconds on the second pass.
An electrical gremlin ended Carré's hopes of retaining the top spot in the race to the Cup.
We had a problem. The engine was down on the 3-cylinder, and then it fell on 2 cylinders and it wouldn't start.
While bad luck for Team Subaru left Lestage with the win.
Yes! Good job, babe.
But the points lead in Richard's hands.
And we're leading the championship, and it's a great result for Subaru in Yokohama.
Today, with only 2 events left and 7 points separating the top 4 teams, the stakes are as high as the mountains, and every stage matters at the Pacific Forest Rally. Right now on TSN.
Hello, Canada. Vic Rowder along with TSN Rally analyst Paul Chater. Welcome to Merritt, BC. We're about to start this penultimate round of the 2010 Canadian Rally Championship with only 7 points separating the top 4 teams. Every remaining kilometer counts.
Yeah, the competition's very tight. It's been an interesting year. Now Pat leads and we're only 3 points behind.
Well, we had some engine problems at the Rally des Filles and damaged the car so much at the Rally Baie des Chaleurs that we didn't have time to rebuild a motor to the same spec. So here at PFR, we do have an engine of the same specification, and we won't have any excuses not to win the event.
There's a good fight, I think, for first place, mostly for Pat and Antoine. Third place between Craig and me. So I think it's going to be a good fight. It's like we're almost at the beginning of the season, even if we're at the end.
Yeah, right now for sure the championship is right there. It's really, really tight right now. 7 points altogether between the 4 first cars.
Whoever doesn't score any points here will be in a very bad situation for the championship. Whoever wins will be in a good situation, I think, for the last round.
We'll be trying really, really hard here on the weekend and hoping for the best.
And if there is a home province advantage, well, that belongs to Patrick Richard.
Definitely, Pat is going to be hard to beat here. He's proven in the past that he's been very quick. I think we're going to push right from the start. We can't afford to lose too much time. The new stages tomorrow morning, I think, will be very important.
As well as the Helmer stage. We set some records on that stage last year. Those 2 stages are the longest stages of the event, and that's where it's going to be won or lost.
Not many stages that we won't push, so it should be a very good battle.
Unlike previous years, the weather is sunny and stable here at Merritt, which should help the teams face 137 kilometers of the most treacherous roads in the championship. There are some serious drop-offs on the mountain ridge roads. Disciplined driving is the key to survival.
The Canadian Rally Championship on TSN is brought to you by Subaru. Think, feel, drive Subaru. And as the Friday sun, Paul, gets slow in the sky, the teams gear up for the first of a series of challenging stages. Defending champion Patrick Richard is in the points lead, and he wants to keep it that way.
This is Richard's home event, and he's well aware of the dangers he's facing. These roads are tight and unforgiving, and an off-road excursion here on the Nicola Lake stage or the Princeton Cutoff stage would result in a big crash. The cars are built to take it, and the sweet crews are ready for it, but a single mistake could end the rally instantly.
And with this championship battle, as tight as it is, collecting points here is a priority. So let's just hope that none of these guys decide to trade their driver's licenses for pilots' licenses this weekend. Now on the line, this is the Rockstar Royal Group team. Antoine Lestage, Natalie Richard.
With both the Rally America and the North American Rally Championships already in hand, Antoine and Natalie desperately want the Canadian Championship win in order to complete the coveted Triple Crown.
And they certainly do have the experience. They came within inches of hoisting the Fiddler Cup last year, only to have it taken away on the last stage of the year by a faulty part.
Well, one thing is certain. Team Rockstar learned a lot last year, and it applied it to good effect this year. They are worthy adversaries for Subaru Rally Team Canada.
You see the glowing brake discs? Look at that. Wow. Here he is, Crazy Leo Erlichich, and he had some bad luck at Day Fee, but he and the Can Jam Motorsports boys, they're back, and they're out in force.
Leo had a big off here last year, and it was just sheer luck that the car landed in some soft underbrush. Neither he nor the Beast, as Leo calls his Subaru, suffered any injury.
And you know, Paul, one of the things we talked about Leo is his focus, and he will have to be focused if he hopes to hold off the local favorite, Scott Trinder, or even the team swap shop for a chance to taste the champagne.
Yeah, Vic, and you can add to the mix the surprising speed of owner Tezjon. The rookie is one of Pat Richard's mechanics and must have picked up a few things from the Grandmaster. He's posting some blistering times and is starting to put a lot of pressure on Team Swap Shop. Both Henderson and Carré are having some engine troubles. Henderson is down on power and Carré's motor is misfiring and stalling. Not the kind of luck that will help them towards the championship.
And Paul, they better get it sorted out soon. As we check the leaderboard, battling each other as you might expect. Richard, Lestage, they're pulling away from the rest of the field. Crazy Leo isn't far behind, and then less than 8 seconds separates Carré, Trinder, Schmidtke, and Tezjon. Coming up, trouble for Team Swap Shop.
The car stalled at the start. I think it's a ECU problem.
Opens the door for the rookie.
To be honest, I'm really quite shocked myself right now.
When we come back.
Hey, Mario.
Hey, what do you got in this thing?
16 valve, 2.4 liter engine, 200 horsepower. Air conditioning.
32 valve, 3.5 liter engine, 650 horsepower, air conditioning.
Honda builds every IndyCar engine. It's our commitment to racing and engineering. The same engineering that goes into the all-new Civic, the official vehicle of the IZOD IndyCar Series.
Welcome back to the Pacific Forest Rally here on TSN. In for service after the first set of stages, Patrick Richard only seconds behind Antoine Lestage.
No, we just have some handling issues, but I think it's just because it's really rough out there. I think it's the same for everybody. 7 seconds is nothing, and we expected not to push too hard tonight. I mean, the real rally's tomorrow. I'm happy with where we're at, and I think it's going to be a good battle for the rest of the rally.
Well, it's going very well. 2 good stages. There was some wind out there, so hopefully the wind will stay up and we could have a clean run for the next time.
While Crazy Leo and Team Swap Shop are having very different luck.
I was surprised. I thought that we didn't go as hard as we could have gone on the first one. But then the time was really good, so I guess it's one of those smoother is faster.
The car stalled at the start, so I think it's a ECU problem. We're just getting sorted out, making sure everything is fine. We lost the intercom, lost the lights. Now I think everything is okay.
And the rookie Tezjon is putting the benefits of working for the defending champ to good use.
To be honest, I'm really quite shocked myself right now. Just trying the best we can. It's what we got. And Rock Rally was good to me, giving me this chance to try it out, and it's working really well for us.
Meanwhile, Paul back out on the stages to battle for that top spot. It's intensifying.
Yeah, and with so little margin of skill between Antoine Lestage and Patrick Richard, every centimeter of road becomes an opportunity to gain or lose time. And with the breeze keeping the dust down, what little advantage Richard has with the lead road position disappears. Furthermore, Antoine has the advantage of seeing Pat's lines on the road. An expert driver can read those lines and learn where the best braking points are.
And let's remember, Paul, as well, that Patrick Richard knows these roads very well, and he has repeatedly set stage records at this event.
And despite the rally lights on his car intermittently going dim, he still managed to set a new stage record on the Princeton cutoff. These roads are tough enough to deal with even when you can see.
Let's check in on Crazy Leo, and he is solidly in third place, and his strategy trying match the pace with Richard and Lestage. Now, he's not quite there yet, but one of the things he has picked up is their steady car control skill. And as he refines his focus and his technique, he'll be more of a threat to win.
Just out of reach of the podium fight right now is the growing battle between Scott Trinder, owner Tezjon, Hardy Schmidtke, and Team Swap Shop. Carré's engine troubles are increasing and will finally take him out of the rally after stage 4. And while most of Henderson's problems have been sorted out, he's got his work cut out for him to catch Schmidtke for 6th place.
But you know, Paul, the real surprise has to be the rookie from Rocket Rally, posting times that are only a couple of seconds off Crazy Leo's pace. He'll take both Schmidtke and Trinder by the end of Stage 5. And by the end of the day, Lestage still leads Richard by a very thin margin. Leo still in third, but the contest for fourth is hotter than ever. Richard and Lestage have each other in their sights for the day to come.
After the last service, we had problems with our light pods. I was able to sort of jimmy rig the lights. We were able to take back some time off of them.
I thought we were going to be behind tonight, but we're up front, so very good day.
I didn't want to be in second by an 18-second deficit. I would have been more happy if it was like 5.
Yeah, we're going to be first on the road. Maybe if there's some dust that would help us tomorrow.
Given the circumstances, I'm happy with it. We got a lot of mileage tomorrow.
I'd rather be in the front than 18 seconds back.
If first is attainable, I'm going to go for it.
I know he's not going to give up.
The two Titans square off when we come back.
With so much racing going on in the world, you'd have to be a four-headed monster to keep up with it all. Luckily, we have that. Join Peter Keene, Bill Wood, Errol Tucker, and their guest driver analyst each week for an opinionated look at the news coming out of the racing world. Remember, it's GoRacingTV.com for all your racing and video needs.
Welcome back to the Pacific Forest Rally here on TSN. Day 2 of the rally starts bright, clear. Subaru Rally Team Canada will face off against Team Rockstar Royal Group, leading the field into the morning stages.
We're going to try very hard this morning, and hopefully we can increase our gap a little bit. I know Pat will go very hard too, so it should be a good battle.
And the defending champion is well aware of what's at stake, and he's adopting a conservative strategy.
No, I got to keep second place for the Manufacturers' Championship, and if I can have a chance to fight for the victory, I'll go for it, but I'm not gonna wreck trying.
There are only 3 points separating Richard and Lestage in the championship, and Paul, so whoever wins today will walk away with the lead in the race to the cup.
And neither driver can afford to crash out. Although we've moved away from the ridge roads with the treacherous drop-offs for the morning stages, there are still all of the usual risks involved in rallying. Trees, rocks, ditches, and wildlife to worry about. Plenty of things can still go wrong for either team.
So Richard's strategy of risk management could pay dividends in the end.
Absolutely. It would be easy for Pat to set his mind at chewing up the gap between himself and Antoine. The real challenge for the 4-time champion is to step back and be patient. He's definitely got the speed reserves to make a play for the lead early on, but the potential cost is just too high. Even if Lestage beats him today and takes the points lead, Richard can still take back the championship at the final round at the Rally of the Tall Pines, but he'll lose that chance if he walks away today with no points.
So what does it all mean? No crashes allowed for Richard. And what the heck? Let's set up the same rule now for Crazy Leo. He tasted champagne at Baie de Chaleur and likely would have again at Défi if it wasn't for some mechanical trouble. I think it's time for another podium for Can-Jam's star driver.
I agree, Vic. Stuart Ho and the boys at Can-Jam have been steadily polishing Leo's skills. They now expect a podium out of him, assuming no car trouble. Over the first couple of stages this morning, Leo continues to open up his lead on Scott Trinder, who is now feeling the pressure from Craig Henderson.
And Henderson is now the only member of Team Swap Shop left in the rally. Carré was finished with electrical problems last night, and now Marc Bourassa is out with a huge crash on Stage 8, and he and co-driver Daniel Paquette, they're okay, but the car is totaled.
And now edging up the leaderboard is Mark Jennings-Bates. He and J.C. Bourgeois have been duking it out since yesterday, and by the end of the morning stages, the gap between them is only 23 seconds.
Hey, Paul, these are the Zedrel brothers. We know them, of course. They're currently in 9th place, but boy, they have been beating several all-wheel drive cars. They have dominated the two-wheel drive points through the season, and they will now lock up both the class and the championship here at the Pacific Forest Rally. Congratulations, guys. Nice job.
Well, Mike Goodwin will drive his WRX to the production GT class win today.
Now, owner Tuzjohn, he can't catch Crazy Leo, but he's doing a great job keeping Rally West veteran Scott Tinder.
Oh, he's lost it. Jeez. Oof. That hurt. And he's in a bad spot. He's got it rolling.
You wonder if they can continue, though.
I don't know if he can get it completely off the road.
Heartbreaking for the rookie. With Tezjon out now, Trinder moves up to 4th. Henderson hot on his heels. Lestage and Richard continue to pull away from Crazy Leo. And the rest of the field, well, it's still anyone's game. Well, Tezjon learned a hard lesson. It's tough to be perfect first time out.
My inexperience caught me. We ran a little too hard into a corner. Couldn't quite make the turn, so I'm really disappointed. But we'll try to make it straight again and hopefully get back on the stage and we're basically out of the race. But we like to still keep running. That's why I better get back on work and get the car running now.
Yeah, you hope he has some insurance for the rental, don't you?
No kidding. And the bad luck continues for Team Swap Shop.
Exactly, went really good. The first stages this morning were flying really fast. I started this morning 1 minute, 50-some seconds behind Scott Trinder. We're probably up to maybe 20 seconds behind him right now. But we had problems in the last stage, 1.5K before the end of the stage. The transmission jammed in 4th gear, and now the guys are trying to replace the transmission before we go out again.
They're late getting the car finished, and Henderson will collect over 2 minutes in penalties, putting Scott Trinder well out of his reach, but they aren't the only ones with trouble.
First stage out this morning, we dropped 8 seconds to Antoine. I didn't really know what was going on because I was driving pretty hard. After that, we realized we had a boost problem with the turbo. We're only making about half the boost we normally make. The plan was this morning to push hard on the longer stage, but despite me pushing, basically to the maximum flat out, we're down on the boost, so there's nothing I can do about it. We're leading the championship right now. We're leading the manufacturers championship with Subaru right now. If they fix the problem, I'm going to go flat out, but I'm not going to wreck the car to set a record.
If he wants to set the records today, I don't have a problem with that, but he'll have to take 42 seconds. Because I've been pushing hard this morning, driving 10 tenths and taking some chances, so maybe now for the rest of the day we're still going to go fast because there's a lot of mileage to go, but without maybe taking any big chances.
And let's not forget Crazy Leo. He's not holding anything back.
I was comparing myself to Antoine, and on one of the passes I was a little bit faster than a second a kilometer slower from Antoine, so I'm really happy about that. For us, it's not about survival. For us, it's about going hard and having fun, because it's one of those rallies. Everything works well, conditions are great, the scenery is great, notes work, so we're going to go for it.
So for Scott Trinder, this may be what he's waiting for. Remember, Leo had his big off right here last year at this Active Mountain Super Special stage.
Veterans like Trinder and Lestage know that on a short spectator stage like this, you can't win the rally, but you sure can't lose it. I guarantee that the Rockstar Royal Group team will play it safe here.
And it looks like Crazy Leo managed to defeat the demons from his crash a year ago. The young gun comes through the spectator stage looking very good, holding on to 3rd place, not making the kind of mistake that would have given Trinder the chance.
Also in fine form is Subaru Rally Team Canada. Richard is now in a position to carve up Lestage's lead, and with the rally ending at the Helmer Lake stage, Richard still has a shot at the win.
Paul, you may have spoken too soon. Problems for Richard. And that gearbox problem will cost him more time to Lestage. Crazy Leo still has a lock on 3rd with only 2 stages to go. 4th place, it's now a battle between Trinder and Schmidtke. But Lestage doesn't take the lead for granted.
When you have a lead like that, you start to hear bizarre noises.
And it's the 2 most challenging stages of the rally. When we come back.
State your desires.
Speed, adrenaline, competition.
Calculating. Result in 3, 2, 1. The National Auto Sports Association. Start here.
Welcome back. Vic Roeder along with Paul Chater here at the Pacific Forest Rally, and we have got 1 service left before the last loop through the epic Helmer Lake stages. The Canadian Rally Championship on TSN is brought to you by Subaru. Think, feel, drive, Subaru. And by Yokohama Tires. Now, you've got control. Richard is realistic about his chances.
But we had a few niggling problems today. They're costing us small amounts of time, but it's given Antoine another 20 seconds on us. So we're 40 seconds behind overall, and it's going to be tough to make it up, even though we have 50 kilometers of stage left to go. Coming out of this event, if we come second, that's okay. I mean, he'll take the lead in the Drivers' Championship, but what I'm really focused on is the Manufacturers' Championship for Subaru, and we'll still be leading that, and it'll be looking good for the last event.
Despite Pat Richard's gearbox issues, Antoine Lestage isn't overconfident.
We're in a very good position now. We have a good lead. I mean, of course, when you have a lead like that, you start to hear bizarre noises, but no, it's fine. It's going very well, and now I've backed off just a little bit, just to going still fast, but not taking any big chances.
And while all is well in the Can Jam tent, it looks like local knowledge just isn't enough for Trinder to catch Crazy Leo.
I don't think there's a chance he'll catch Crazy Leo unless he has, something unfortunate happen. And I want to see him on. It would be nice to see him on the podium. Obviously, he's earning it. So, speed-wise, we're down half the torque, 225 torques compared to his 500. So the odds of us catching him on that stage are not realistic.
All right, Paul, here we go. The last two stages of the rally. They are the longest, and they are the toughest.
And over each pass of the 23-kilometer stage, the teams will face a combination of every type of road they've encountered throughout the rally. Parts of it are fast and flowing, parts are tight and twisty. There are smooth bits, rough bits, and more than a few drop-offs here and there to keep the drivers on their toes.
He just looked brilliant. Antoine Lestage hasn't put a foot or a wheel wrong anywhere along the rally, yet despite the lead, he's got to be thinking about Subaru Rally Team Canada.
No doubt, Vic, last year Richard didn't just break the record here, he shattered it on each of the three passes they ran, and two of those were in total darkness.
Yeah, but 44 seconds, that's a lot to ask.
That works out to about 1 second per kilometer. With both Richard and Lestage on an equal footing, I'd say impossible. But Richard does know this road very well, and it looks like with the gearbox swap at the last service, the crew has finally cured the car of the last of the gremlins that were costing Richard seconds here and there.
So a fair fight right down to the wire between the two champs. Now, to earn his second taste of champagne, Crazy Leo just has to keep from doing, well, anything crazy.
Yeah, but Leo isn't out of the woods yet. His throttle has started intermittently sticking wide open, and that's doing a good job at trashing his brakes. This is the sort of problem that breaks a driver's rhythm, and that can mean the difference between finishing and crashing, especially on these roads.
And you have to believe that Scott Trinder will be right there to pick up any pieces. Now, Team Swap Shop's bad luck, well, it isn't finished yet either. Henderson will make it to the finish, but a center diff problem will leave him with only a two-wheel drive car and no way of catching Hardy Schmidtke for fifth. As the only surviving car in the team, he'll take third place in the points race away from Bruno Cadet.
Certainly not the result the team was hoping for, having traveled across the country to get here.
Patrick Richard, Antoine Lestage aren't willing to give up any ground in their battle. They'll be splitting seconds everywhere. Was that a cow?
Oh, yeah, I think so. It looks like it turned into him at the last second and struck the side of the car. There's damage to the left side, and it looks like the tire's going flat. Yeah.
It has completely, oh goodness, come apart, shredding the bodywork.
Man, that's a lot of damage, and they're into the twistiest part of the stage there. This is not good.
And so with the damage to Richard's car, Lestage locks up top spot on the podium.
Finish, car one completed.
Yes, oh, that's awesome! What a great victory, and I think we had no problems. But we were also the fastest all weekend from the first stage. So great win, very happy.
And although it was touch and go there for a while, Patrick Richard manages to nurse the damaged Subaru to the finish line ahead of Crazy Leo.
I wonder if he'll have a steak dinner. Which means that despite the damage, the defending champion collects second place and valuable points. Crazy Leo Erlichich earns his second national podium. Henderson collects points for Team Swap Shop, which puts him ahead of teammate Bruno Cadet in the championship hunt. Lestage now leads Richard, but by only 2 points. This is it. Paul, 1 round to go. The Rally of the Tall Pines.
Yeah, it's going to all come down to Tall Pines, which is good because it's a rally that I really like. Was not sure how it would turn out here because Pat is normally very strong here, but Tall Pines is a good rally. We like it, and I look forward to it. Should be another good battle.
Luck's on our side. We're going to Tall Pines. I mean, we've won it the last 2 years in a row, and if it snows and it's cold, it'll definitely favor us over Antoine. So I'm going to pray for as much ice as we can get, and I know the Oklahoma Tires will do us proud.
With only 2 points between them, it will be winner take all, the season finale. And you'll only see it here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.